Welcome back. I am Rajesh Jha, motivational speaker and agriculture student. In this channel, you can see about all updated knowledge of all subjects of agriculture, technical education, traditional culture, and motivational speech, etc. In this video, we will discuss about chapter 6 of animal husbandry subject. Let's start our class. Then chapter 6, animal nutrition and feed stops. Then first topic is classification of feed stops. This is the classification of feed stops. Feed stops is classified as first, roughage, concentrate, and miscellaneous. And these are the classification of feed stops. This is important for exam point of view. At first, it contains two important points. At first, roughage, and second is concentrate. This is the first roughage. Roughage are bulky feeds containing relatively large amount of less digestible material, means crude fiber more than 18% and low about 16% in total digestible nutrient (TDN) on air day basis. And the second, concentrates, a feed or feed mixture which supplies primary nutrient protein, carbohydrate, and fat at higher level but contain less than 18% crude fiber and more than 16% TDN. Then the next topic is conventional and unconventional feeds in Nepal. Then at first, conventional feed. The conventional feeds refers to all those feeds that have been traditionally used in animal feeding and are normally used commercially prepared rations for livestock. Conventional feeds are prepared from basis feed ingredients commonly used in ingredients for the formulation of ration include mustard cake, soybean cake, linseed cake, groundnut cake, cotton seed cake, till cake, etc., which are commonly referred to as proteins of plant source, whereas animal source proteins are meat meal, blood meal, fish meal, etc. And the second is unconventional feedstuffs. The non-conventional feed resources (NCFR) refer to all those feeds that have not been traditionally used in animal feeding and are not normally used in commercially produced rations for livestock. These include the agricultural and industrial byproducts and wastage which have no values as human foods and could be used in animal feed at certain percentage depending on their palatability, nutritional value, and toxic factors. The next topic is introduction to the nutrients of feed stuffing. A nutrient is a substance that promotes the growth, maintenance, function, and reproduction of a cell or organism. The principal nutrients of all feeding stuffs are water, organic and inorganic matters. At first, water. Water is the largest constituent of body, while as a loss of 1/10th of the body's water result in death. Therefore, it is one of the most vital of all nutrients. The animal body may contain 50 to 95% water. In the case of cattle, the water content is approximately 95% at embryo, 75 to 80% at birth, 68 to 72% at the 5 month, and 50 to 60% in the mature animals. Function of water. First, it helps in absorption of food nutrients for intestinal wall. Next, it makes the food soft and palatable. Next, water helps in excretion of waste products from urine, feces, etc. Next, it acts as a solvent of many constituents of body nutrients. Next, it protects the various vital organs against outer shock and injuries. Next is water is essential for cell nutrition. The metabolic water produced inside the body helps in transportation of nutrients inside the body cells. All biochemical and physiological reaction takes place in liquid medium. It helps in maintaining the acid-base balance of the body. Next is it helps in hearing by the ears and vision by the eyes. Water acts as a cohesion of tissues, cells, and nervous systems. Next is carbohydrates. Chemically, carbohydrate may define as a polyhydroxy more than one OS group, aldehyde, or polyhydroxide ketone. CHO is made up of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. Carbohydrates are compounds of CHO and the Portion of these elements generally being 1 is to 2 is to 1, as in glucose, C6H12O6. On the basis of their digestibility and solubility, they are divided into two types. First, soluble carbohydrate, and the second is insoluble carbohydrate. Next is lipid. Lipids are group of compounds that are insoluble in water but soluble in organic solvents like chloroform, ether, benzene. They are important constituents of plant and animal tissues. They are also made up of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. They are important energy storage compounds. And its functions are, at first, lipids are the major sources of storage energy. Next, lipids in the form of phospholipids are required for the formation of cell membrane. Next, liquid serves as a specific electro-insulating material in the nervous system of tissue animal. Next is lipids helps in conservation of heat from the body by C adipose tissues. And the next is a number of hormones are made up of lipid. Next is fat is essential for absorption of vitamin A, D, E, K. A, D, E, K. Protein. Proteins are complex organic nitrogenous compound made up of amino acids. Amino acids are organic acids which contain one or more amino groups. NH2. Function of protein at first for growth and development of body. Next, helps in the formation of enzymes, hormones, and digestive juices of the body. Next, also helps in proper functioning of enzymes and hormones. Fourth is it helps in the repair of body cells as well as for the production of new cells. Fifth is also supplies energy to the body. Sixth is protein is required for the formulation of milk protein, wool, and hair of animal. Seventh, it regulates osmotic pressures and acid-base balance. Eighth is antibody and antigen formation. And the next is amino acid. Amino acid building blocks of protein. It is also called building blocks of protein. Chemically, amino acids can be defined as a chemical compounds which can contain both acidic carboxyl COOH bond COOH and a basic amino NH2 group. The common acid has general structure this. Those amino acids which functions in animal nutrients are usually classified on the basis of their essentiality as follows. These are turned down of these pages and comes on this page. Those amino acids which functions in nutritionally are used classified on the basis of their essentiality as follows. Essential amino acids, non-essential amino acids. This is the list. And the next is vitamins. Vitamins are organic substances required by animals in various small amounts for regulating various body processes towards normal health, growth, production, and reproduction. And the next is the vitamins are divided into two groups: water soluble and fat soluble. Fat soluble vitamins A, D, E, K. Chemical name retinoid, irregular chlorophyll, tocopherol, phyloquine. These are and the vitamins soluble in water soluble vitamin B and C. Generally B and C. B called thiamine, and these are the also classification of this. Vitamin C is called ascorbic acid. And the next is function of vitamins. At first, important for good health. Next, second is necessary for proper functioning of different activities of body. Next is prevent nutritional deficiency disease. Fourth is help in maintaining proper vision, health of skin, formation of bones, fertility, utilization of nutrients, growth of hairs, appetite, etc. Fifth is prevent night blindness, infertility, sterility, rickets, osteomasis in milk. Where we here osteomasis, milk, fever, scurvy, homography, very etc. And the sixth is help in growth and digestion. Seventh is help in energy metabolism. Eighth is provide resistance to the infection in general. The next topic is minerals. Minerals may be defined as those elements which remain mostly as assets when plant and animal tissues are burned. About 3% of the body consists of minerals. There are about 40 minerals elements which in nature in tissues, plant and animal. Minerals are required for living beings for their normal life process in animal body. There are 30 to 40 mineral elements which occur in various parts of the body. Calcium and phosphorus accounts for 3/4 of mineral element in the body. 49% calcium, 27% phosphorus, and 24% other elements A predominant part of the mineral matter in the animal body is located in the skeletal tissues, bones, and teeth. Minerals are generally classified into two categories. At first, macro elements or major elements, the elements which are required in relatively large amount, and in most of the cases they are used in synthesis of structural tissues. Their concentration is expressed in terms of percentage. The important minerals are calcium, phosphorus, magnesium, sodium, potassium, chlorine, and sulfur. The second is micro or minor trace element. They are required in trace element amounts, usually function as activators or as a component or part of enzyme system. The concentration of trace element is expressed in term of ppm. Since their concentration is very low in the plant and body, the important trace elements are iron, copper, cobalt, iodine, zinc, magnesium, manganese, fluorine, selenium, molybdenum, and chromium. Function of minerals are at first may make useful and essential salt for body. Next is helps in digestion and absorption of nutrients. Next is increase efficiency of absorption of oxygen in blood. Next, prevent many nutritional disease. Next, help in RBC production in blood. Next, work as a heat inducer. Next, formation of bones, teeth, and muscles. Next is prevent milk fever. Next is increase milk production. Next is increase palatability of ration. Next is responsible for permeability of cell membranes. Next is acid base balance, helps to maintain pH of the body. And the next topic is cultivation practice of common legumes and cereal fooders. Common annual cereal fooder crops: maize. At first, maize, and these descriptions are not very much important, so you only have to write it, and in examination is also important. These are only for understanding. These are first at a maize, GMAS, its scientific names, and it includes climatic requirements, soil condition, land preparation, sowing, manuring, irrigation, harvesting and yield, nutrient content, varieties. And the next is teosnite. It is scientific name is Eclina maxina. Climatic requirements, soil condition, land preparation, sowing, manuring, irrigation and yield. Nutrient content, variety, jowar, sorghum bicolored. Next is jowar, and it contain climatic requirements, soil condition, land preparation, sowing, manuring, irrigation, harvesting and yield, nutrient content, varieties. And the next is bajra, and it contain climatic requirement, soil condition and land preparation, sowing, manuring, irrigation, harvesting and yield, varieties, new varieties, new nutrient content. Wait, Avina Sedua. It contains climatic requirements, soil condition and land preparation, manures and fertilizers, sowing, irrigation, harvesting, yield and nutritive value. Next is Kent. Swan flower. This is the varieties are required climatic conditions, soil conditions, soil, manures and fertilizers, irrigation, harvesting, yield, varieties, and cultivation practice of some common perennial fooder crops. Napier, it contain climatic requirements, soil condition, sowing, manuring, irrigation, harvesting and yield, varieties. The next is palm. This is the example of common fooder crops, and it contains various processes. These are soil condition, spacing, seed rate, manual fertilizer, irrigation, harvesting, yield. These are climatic requirements. And the next topic is common grown fooder trees and their role in livestock feed supply. At first, agroforestry. The next is silvipasture. The first, agroforestry. Agroforestry, the term agroforestry refers to the integration of agriculture or farming with forestry, so the land can stimulously be used for more than one purpose. This practice is meant to where is it? Stimulously be used for the more than one purpose. This practice is meant to be have both environmental and financial benefits. The next is silvipasture. Trees or pasture animal. Pasture means animal or trees. It's combined makes silvipasture. The term silvipasture refers to the integration of forest and pasture. The production of woody plants combined with pasture is referred to as silvipasture system. It is the practice of combining forestry and grazing of domesticated animals in a mutually beneficial way. And that's our topics are finished here. If you want to take more notes and knowledge, please like and subscribe my channel for motivate me to upload more videos. If this video is necessary for other friends, then share this video. If you have any doubt or problems on this subject or out of this subject, you can comment on comment box. As soon as possible I will reply. Never miss to like and subscribe and share. Your friend Rajesh Jha.